Hey there guys, thanks for clicking on and tuning in for today's episode again of this Crystal Palace save, and once again with me, your host, Mr. Cuddly. So we will have a conclusion in this episode. That's right, a conclusion to the Carabao Cup. We will also have FA Cup updates, league updates, transfer updates, everything, all that sort of stuff. It's coming up next on this episode, so you don't want to miss out. Right, so let's press on. I'm just going to go through how well we've been doing, if you want to call it how well. Pretty much the same as when we last saw you, actually. So let's just recap on where we were. So today, just to inform you, we are going to play two games. We're going to play Tottenham and Everton. I just need to discuss something about Tottenham. So I've had it for the last, pretty much this whole save, I think. Or maybe after the first season. So every time I play Tottenham, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but it's only Tottenham, and this is true. Every time I play Tottenham and the game finishes, the game crashes. Don't know if anybody's had that. I'm actually going to try and show you today. Hopefully it doesn't crash. But then when I reload and try and play that game again, because the game's crashed, it takes me back to where it was with the Tottenham game, but it crashes and crashes and crashes. The only way I can get past it is if I do an instant result. And by doing an instant result, which I really, really despise, you can't make changes during a game. You can't see how the game's unfolding. And it has cost me points over the last 3 or 4 seasons, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it's not enough points to cost me winning a league. But it was certainly near enough last season points for me to be relegated. So I am a bit sceptical of that. And I'm going to play the game. And I'm going to continue it straight after on the camera as if normal. Just see if it cuts off, because it has done it. I think maybe we're talking 6-8 times now. And every Spurs result over the last four seasons, at least 4 seasons, has been an instant result. So it would be very interesting to see. Right, so moving on. Our last 2 games was the Leeds and the Arsenal. So we'll just have a little summary from then onwards. We had a 3-1 loss at the hands of Liverpool at Liverpool. I actually thought we played all right, if I'm being honest. We weren't that bad. We didn't have a lot of the ball. We had 2 players that were crap, as you can see. I mean, there's me saying I thought we played all right, but there it looks really poor. All right, we'll ignore that one. I actually thought we'd done all right, though. To only lose 3-1 was good. So we had the loss there to Liverpool. Then we had another 3-1 defeat. What was it? Chelsea we played well in. We had a 3-1 defeat at the hands of Chelsea at home, and yeah, it wasn't great, so we don't really need to touch upon that much. So there's 2 defeats in the league that we had straight away. Then we had a 1-0 win over Southampton. Vestergaard scoring the goal, of course, against his old club, so former club. So as you can see, everybody, bar Mitchell, really, in defensive areas, played well. Now, is that because we were under the cosh? Or was it because they all just played well? Well, there's a bit of both. Southampton, we were lucky to get away with a win, if I'm being honest, but it happens. Vestergaard scoring the goal from a, believe it or not, a corner. He wins a header, he scores a goal, 1-0 victory. XGs were quite close on the 2, 175 for us, 147 for them. So, not too bad. Fairly impressive. Then we went on and lost 4-1 to Man City. I won't show you that. Then in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, you can see it, guys. We beat our rivals 2-1 Brighton, who they were by far the better side, as you can see. Just, again, defensively, I thought we played well. We didn't give up much. When I say possession, what I mean is we didn't allow them to get in the gaps. We did defend rather deep. It was nearly a park the bus job. But again, the counter-attack that we played, we managed to score a couple of goals and win the game. I won't say comfortably, but we won the game. That will do. So then we had a 2-1 victory over Bournemouth. Again, not really having much of the ball or much of the play. 42% possession. But again, managed to scrape the win. So, you know, the morale in the squad is good. I'm really happy with the morale in the squad. Then we had a 2-2 draw against Wolves. At the point we were level on points in the league. Goal difference was by 1, which they were 1 in front. And as you can see, really, really good game. 49-51 to them in terms of possession. 14-17 shots to them. 8 on target for us, 6 for them. 1.68 XG for us, 1.51 for them. 2-2 draw, fair result. Some good performances, key performances by individuals there. And as you can see by now, we have changed the shape. And the reason being is, when I was playing Mohamed up here and Diaz there, or switching them and playing Eze there, Eze, at the minute, we played a lot of football, so we had to do a lot of rotating. So Eze had missed out on a few games, and he also picked up a suspension. I just thought if I put Lingard left and Mohamed right, we've got that extra support in the midfield with their wingers pushing on, or a lot of the teams at the minute are playing 5 at the back, so this can counteract that. And that was the idea, and that was the thinking. And to be fair, since we've switched to this role, we've done all right. So really happy with what we've done so far. So yeah, that's the shape. I am twitching the shape, just twitching it here and there. I've again changed the shape again depending on the opponents, depending on the games, and it has been changed a few times. But the general idea is the same. The way we play will always be the same. The tiki-taka or the counter-attacking is always going to be the same. It's just changing them positions just fractionally, and that seems to work. It was due. It was on the cards. Newcastle 2-0. We were crap. Absolute dog poo. Were they good? No, I don't think they were good. We were just poor. As I said, we were absolute crap. We didn't turn up. We played 3 games in a week. So, again, squad rotation was key. Then we had a 2-2 draw with Leicester, which, to be fair, was a fair result. Leicester had literally played a game 2 days before. I played a game 3 days before. So, 2 teams tired. I wouldn't say second string sides, but we played weakened sides. And a 2-2 draw at the end of the day was a fair result. Now, this next one I'm going to show you is a 4-0 victory at Walsall. Now, I don't do this very often, what I've done, but I decided to bring all my under-23s in and give a lot of them a good chance. So, from the goalkeeper himself, we signed Brazio, if you remember, last season, and Christian Joel, my second choice now, that was my number 1 choice last season. I'm going to get rid of him. Reasons being is he's played 4 times for me, and every time he's played this season, I don't know if it's the new tactics, he gives the ball away and we concede goals. Nothing like what he done last season. So I played Gabriel Brazio in the cup game, and he prefers the position and the role we ask him to do better than Christian Joel. And to be fair, he's a quick learner, and he's bumped up his ratings already, and he's only played a few games, so he will probably be my FA Cup goalkeeper, and we'll see what we can make of him for the rest of this season. As you can see, I put Russell at right back. I put Riedewald left back. I've put maybe 2 or 3, sort of first teamers in just for experience for the players. So we put Riedewald in. We had Ferguson and Vestergaard in. Marcus Antonio Lang is the under-23s. Gonzalez. Now this guy, Gonzalez, he's always on my radar for Crystal Palace. When I go to other lower league clubs, getting this guy on loan is really hard because Crystal Palace believe in this player. So I played him and he got me a couple of assists. He was fantastic. So I've put him into the first team to get experience. I've added him into the mentoring with the group, and I've added a few other players into the mentoring. And it seems to be paying off, so I'm quite happy. Banks on the left-hand side, number 52. He had a quiet game, but, generally, as a team, we did all right, and we got a 4-0 victory over Walsall. So it was nice to give a lot of players a rest. They didn't even make it onto the bench. And then just recently, I should have played Norwich and Tottenham, but I changed my mind. We are in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, and we managed a 2-2 draw. Brenner and Eze getting on the score sheet. Bournemouth were the better side, should have won the game, and luckily for me, they didn't. couldn't take the chances. Keeper made 1 or 2 decent saves from corners that they had. I think they actually hit the... They hit the bar. I think they hit the bar off a corner. And, you know, as I say, they were the better side. So we've got a home leg to come, carrying through a 2-2 draw. And then our last game, guys, as you can clearly see, is we have just beaten Norwich by 2-1. Really happy. So Mohamed getting on the score sheet there, and Larola, the right back, getting on so with goals. And as you can see, I've changed the shape again and pushed them higher up. It just depends on the formation that the other teams are playing. If they're playing the wing backs, which they tend to do a lot, as I've said, I'll probably drop them back. Depends how attacking we're going to be. If we're trying to play tiki-taka more often, I'll drop them back a little bit more. And it seems to work. However, we weren't the best side. We got the win, but we weren't the best side. 49-51 in their favour for possession. 7 shots to 16, again in their favour. 4-7 on target in their favour. A 1.53 XG in their favour as compared to my 0.45. So really we shouldn't have won the game, but we did. It was a bit scrappy, but we got the job done. 3 points. And that brings us on to the next 2 games, which you can see is Tottenham. I've discussed, I'm going to show it with you, and hopefully it doesn't crash the game afterwards. Maybe it was a bug that was lying around and it may have been fixed. But if anyone else has had that problem with Tottenham or any other teams, let me know. I'll be intriguing and very curious to find out in your comments if that's happened to anybody else. And then we're going to play Everton. And then as you can see, after that, we've been drawn in the FA Cup 4th round, Norwich or Liverpool. We're going to play a weakened side. We're not really worried about the FA Cup, although it'd be nice to win. But let's be realistic. We've got a lot of football to play this season, and the squad isn't going to be huge because I am trying to get rid of some players. We do have an out. An out is Konza. He has just left the club. And he's gone to PSV for 7.25 million. Riedeveld has asked to leave the club, and I'm glad because he's... I don't know why, but I signed him I gave him a new contract, and about 5 weeks after giving him a new contract, and he wasn't barely playing, and he wanted to be a starter, he actually said he wants to leave. So I was really happy. I've put him on the transfer list. Marcus Antonio is on the transfer list. Just had a bid for him actually of 17 million. I'm not going to sell him for anything less than 20 because we purchased him for 20. The idea is to make something. So even if we can make a little bit over a 2-year or 3-year period of instalments, that's what I'm looking to do. So there's going to be a few outs. There may be 1 or 2 just coming in, but it won't be anything major. Just sort of backup players really, just to make up for what's gone out of the back door. However, we are having some teams in China bidding for Vestergaard and Marco Sensei. Marco Sensei, I don't want him to go, but I've had an offer of 27 million. I declined it. He has been like a rock for me. He has been the main player since I've started this game. I think he was one of the first players I'd signed, and I don't want him to go. But he is aging. He's 28 now. He's not as useful as he was, but he can still do a job. I'm actually going to show you Marco Sensei. I mean, I think the guy's been brilliant. When did I sign him? I may have lied to you then. Let's just see when I signed him. Yeah, so I signed him in my first season for 23 million, and I've already been offered 27 million. So, you know, he's got a bit of value there. He's 27 years old. I think he can do a job for me still. He's not really losing. If anything, he's sort of gaining his pace. He's got good stamina. He's just, you know, he's so experienced for me. He's got great technique, good first touch, good heading. He's led the line by example, and you know he's been perfect. So he's just made my mind up there and then. I'm not going to sell him. He's going nowhere. Right, let me show you the league table, which is what we're here for. Premier League, we are on 35 points. We are level with Everton and Tottenham. So you can see why I've made this episode crucial, because we can really fall out or we can really climb up. We're playing Everton and Tottenham the next 2 games. 5 points behind 5th place Arsenal. So I think it's achievable if we can get the results. However, the Tottenham game, if it fails me, I feel I'm going to struggle because I'm going to have to instant it. And instant it means I'm probably going to get beat. But we'll see. So I think it's about time now we go over to the tactics page for our next game, which is Tottenham Hotspur. We'll see you there in a mo. Right guys, so we are here at the tactics page, team selected. Just so you know, the FA Cup draw, well, we knew what the draw was. It was Norwich or Liverpool. That game has been played, and surprise, surprise, we get Liverpool. Right, moving on to today's game. So we are now at the Tottenham game, and I picked the side. I'm going to read the side out, and then I'll just quickly, briefly tell you, just remind you really about what's potentially going to happen. Right, in goal. So Hugo Souza keeps his place. Nakia will play right fullback. Left fullback will be Anamarola. Defensive pairing in the centre will be Ajer and Sensei. McTominay and Bird will play the deep line and defensive midfield roles. Cook will play the advanced playmaker role. Diaz on the inside forward right. Eze inside forward left with Brenner up top. Right, just remember guys, I'm going to play the game as normal, but let's just see if the game crashes at the end. This is Spurs. Let's hope we can get some points. Fingers crossed. Let's do this. I forgot to say who's on the bench, but it doesn't really matter because when I bring the sub on, you will see. Quite poor, really. Do apologise. So I'm going to pump some fists and I'm going to say, we owe Tottenham what happened in the last week. Go there and get some revenge. It's only because I had to bloody instant result it. Oh, good running Eze. He's been brilliant for us. Poor finish, but he's been brilliant, honestly. When he's not been serving a free match ban, he's been good. Oh, good save, good save. Good play as well. I like the way we played that. I have changed my throw-ins. Nakia into McTominay, not venturing too far forward. Wasted pass, really. I've been disappointed with McTominay this season. He's had a few good games, a few good performances, but I have in general struggled with him, if I'm being honest. Not the player I thought he was going to be, not as dominating as I thought he was going to be. Does give the ball away a lot, but his job is to stop goals, really. So I suppose in that sense, he's done a good job. You know, he does close the gaps down, closes the holes. Great play. Defensively. See, defensively, I mean, our goal difference is 0 now, or 1. So we're not conceding goals. So I think we've rectified, with the way we're playing the two defensive midfielders, we've rectified the leakage of goals from last season. Up top, I've not had to change for 2 seasons. My strikers have been brilliant. And it's very rare I can find strikers like that. But Batshuayi and Brenner, they just complement each other, but they don't play together, if that makes sense. They're both... It's like, you know, looking in the mirror at each player on their strengths and how well they do. They play the roles so well. And I do tend to rotate. I think Batshuayi's got 7 or 8 goals this season. Brenner, he's on 13 or 15, something like that. So, you know, there's goals there. They're getting goals. We're certainly creating chances a lot more than last season. I'm not liking that from Sancho. Well done, Pedro. Saved it. Oh, great. Well done. I'm so glad they can't shoot. And I did actually man-mark Harry Kane out of the game. So I've man-marked Harry Kane this time. And it's going well. My 2 centre-halves are man-marking 2 players. So it allows their defensive attacking midfielders to push on. But they're not playing with attacking midfielders. They're playing, well, you've got your 2 wide men, Sancho and the other guy. But that's it. There's no one running through the middle for them. So I can afford to man-mark their 2 central attackers, which is going really well, he says. Eze collects the ball. Oh, great turn. Brenner, is he in? Great play. Counter's on. The counter's on. Yep, the counter's on. Oh, no! Yes, well done. Good recovery. Good save. Thought he was in then. Right, danger still not cleared. Right, okay. Let me just give them an encouragement. Come on, we need to be first on them balls. I fear this. I fear it. I fucking knew it. Harry Kane, oh, thank God, on goal. It's not Harry Kane. Christian Ajer, who's man marking Harry Kane. Bollocks. Right. come on, boys. We can go a bit more attacking. I think we've been all right. We've not been dominated or dictated in every part of the game. I think we've done all right. Held our own in certain positions. I mean, it's not overcooked with the ball. McTominay. Great offside anyway. He's offside. And he's missed. A volley from 12 yards. Right, can we snatch the ball? Yes, we can. No, we can't. We've lost it again. Snatch the ball and get a goal. That's all we need to do. Instead, could be Spurs searching for a second. Oh, fizzed across the goal. No, fuck off. French, apologise. It's ridiculous, man. Oh well. Now will probably be a good 2-0 defeat. Right, let's see if it saves, shall we? Right, so go in the dressing room. I'm going to say I'm not happy with performance, but I'm going to say I'm lucky because I thought we'd done all right. I don't think we've done that badly. Right, let's see if it saves. I won't do anything in my hands. I'll even show you my hands. I've pressed continue. My hands are there. Let's see if it just kicks me out or carries on. Fingers crossed it carries on. Good. So I think it was a bug. So we'll press continue. I'm certain that was a bug. Perfect. Right, well, all that ranting for nothing. Right, guys, so a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Tottenham, in my honest opinion, wasn't deserved. Tell me what you think in the comments. Where's that pushed us down to? It's pushed us down to 9th. Okay, so Tottenham are now on 30. So now we've got to play Everton that are on 41 and they're doing well as well. So really, we can't really afford to lose this game. Don't want to lose the game. So we've made a loan approach for this player. He's a midfielder. I like to pack the midfield, and I think Konsa's gone already. Excuse me, I always do that. Konsa's gone already. Riedewald's going to be going, I think. So there's 2 sort of midfielders. Antonio Marcus. Oh, I don't want him in the club. He's not very good, so I'd like him to leave. So I'm trying to bring this guy to the club. He is also being chased by Milan, I do believe. Is it Milan? Okay. Who's made the bids? Yeah, Atletico Madrid on a transfer, and I've done a loan. So my loan deal is a optional fee at the end of the season for 13 million. I'm happy to play it. I'm happy to pay it if he can fill a gap. He just seems quite... Well, he's young. He's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of growth there. He could potentially be a 5-star. He's currently a 3.5-star. So he's on a good level for what we need. And I feel he could sort of really bolster up sort of our sort of defensive side of it, you know. So I thought, yeah, we'll give him a go. Hopefully he can come to the club. If not, then, you know, we haven't lost anything. There's just one player I won't let go when it comes to the end of January. I'll keep one of them here. Right, so we're going to move on now, and we are going to go ahead and get on the transfer. I've done it again. We are going to get onto the tactics page for our next game, which is Everton, which, again, another vital, important game. So we will see you at the Everton game in a mo. Right, game 2, Everton. So, we made a few changes, just a few little tweaks. So Hugo Sousa starts in goal. Larola will go full-back right. Full-back left will still remain Mitchell. Vestergaard and Agier will play centre-halves, give Sensei a break. Bird and Cook will play defensive midfield roles. Central midfield will play McTominay. Diaz will play winger right. Winger left will be Eze. Brenner will be attacking forward. And we have gone from a tiki-taka. We are now going to a direct counter-attack. So fingers crossed, hope it works. Let's go and check it all out and see if we can do any better. So I've also made an approach for a loan for another young 21-year-old from Juventus. I will update you in a minute after the game with who he is and why, really. Well, I'll tell you why now. I need better quality midfielders, and I've looked at 2 midfielders that have got a decent price, asking price, after the end of a loan. So I'm kind of thinking it's cheap. It's cheap for the club, and they could do a job. Nothing amazing, but they could do a job. So they're 3.5 stars minimum, and they're young enough to be worked on. Great play, Brenner. Great play. So did I see Brenner being injured? Let me just keep an eye on him, because I think he might be carrying an injury. So we are actually dominating this game so far. Everton just can't get the ball or can't get into us. So Diaz, goal. Brenner scores 16th goal of the season. 1-0 Palace. Let's shut up. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to shut up shop. We're just going to continue playing in the positive. Yes. Okay, let's take him off. Brenner's come off for Mitchie. As I say, it's a like for like, really, the way they play. So I'm happy. That's a poor ball. We could win it there. No, we can't. Such a poor ball. Well done, Mitch. Get it out. Though you did have time to control it. Now they're straight on the attack again. So you know what's going to happen here? Going to be a goal. Don't know why I'm laughing, because you know it's true. Chilwell's at Everton. Yeah. So we're stopping the gaps. We're stopping them getting through the middle, which I'm really happy with when we play this role. And we tend, when we take the lead, to not lose when we play this tactic. I've done it now, haven't I? I've done it. I've jinxed myself. No, we got away from the long throws, Vestergaard. Why were you doing that? We've done short throws anyway. Well done, Larola. No. Calvert-Lewin. Cocky little bastard. Whew. So, we've just had another bid as well of 31.5 million from Sensei, from a Japanese club, and I don't want to sell him. He's too good. He's too valuable to us. So I've declined it. I mean, there'll be a point where I've got to accept, or the board will accept on my behalf, and I don't want. Brilliant distribution from the goalie. Remember me saying a few episodes ago? Yes, it's done that. Goalie has been superb with his distribution, bar a few games you've seen for some reason, but now you've finally seen it. He's done it on I'd say 2 in 5 games he does that. Well, we actually score. He probably does it more, but there's opportunities there where we don't take. So, you know. So Diaz and Eze are having good games. However, Diaz has picked up a knock, so we're going to take him off. I just don't know. I'm going to put Galbert in. Let's go to the dressing room. I'm going to say I'm very happy with your performance, and just keep going. So I'm going to encourage the boys. Not that they need much more. Right, we've had some silly free kicks in this position before and give it away and conceded goals stupidly, but Batshuayi's latched onto the end of this. He's chipped. Oh, what a goal! Michy Batshuayi through the middle, over the top, one bounce. He didn't let it bounce twice, guys. He's hit it on the volley, top corner. Absolutely. Do you know what? I'm going to pause this a minute. I want you to see it from a different angle. Well, I want to see it from a different angle. See if it shows it. It's not going to show it, is it? I mean, it is a peach of a goal. It is an absolute peach of a goal. Never mind. I went to the wrong camera, that's why. I'm always going to go behind the goal for a... right, okay, let me just give another little shout and give a little bit of encouragement to the boys. I mean, a clean sheet here would be amazing, but, you know, 3 points is more than anything. Okay, right, so who have we got struggling? Eze's on a bit of a struggle. Could take McBurney on. You know, we'll do that. We're just going to do that. I don't think I can make any more subs. Just going to demand that a little bit more. Well done, clean sheet, Souza. Just go on instructions. Take the tempo right down. Take the passing right down. We don't need to dribble. We don't need to pass into space. We'll just pass to feet. This is a fantastic win, guys. Absolutely amazing win. Absolute. I mean, look at that. Absolutely fine. Everybody apart from the 2 subs and Ajay, who had a poor game, played fantastic. 7.1, 7.4, 7.0, 7.8, 7. You know what? I'm sick of saying it. Fantastic result. Only 45% possession and 8.6. We are getting deadly with our finishing. The FA Cup next game, so we're gonna prepare for that, and then we've got the semi-final second leg of the Carabao Cup against Southampton, and the winners of that will go on and play either Chelsea or Man City. Surprise, surprise. I think we all know that it's one of them two that's probably going to win it. So guys, as promised, before we end this episode, just a 6 for Liverpool. As you can see, the team we played youngsters yet again. Saluko, the new guy we just signed on loan, he's agreed. We just threw him in just to see what he's about and didn't really get a chance to shine in any way, shape or form. So yeah, it was pretty much bar 4 players. That was it. The rest, 7 of them were under 23s, just getting a little bit of experience. So just a 6 for Liverpool. On a more positive note though, guys, we've just played the semi-final second leg, and I'm pleased to announce we are through to the Carabao Cup final with a dramatic 2-2 draw and then winning 5-3 on penalties. Couldn't be happier. Tight affair. Overall though, we just shaded it and really we went 2-1 up, and we just conceded in the last 12 minutes, and really after that it was just lacklustre. So winning 5-3 on penalties, where we will play. Let me go and have a look. By the looks of it, it's going to be Man City. Get in there, guys. Just won the Carabao Cup. Just penalties. We've won on penalties. Pretty much the same way we've won all the games. Look at that. I wasn't going to show the game because it was Man City. I thought we were going to get whooped. We didn't get whooped. So I've just quickly pressed record now. As we've just won the Carabao Cup final against Man City. 1-1 in the game and won 5-4 on penalties. Absolutely delighted. I've won something else with Palace. So I've won the European Cup and I've just now won the Carabao Cup. Absolutely ecstatic and over moon. Brilliant. Well chuffed. Come on, boys. I hope you're all enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, I want to know why. Leave comments, thumbs up, tell your friends, family, neighbours, work colleagues. Tell them all that there's a guy on YouTube making football videos, and tell them to come over and subscribe. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, go down the bottom right hand side of the screen right now, press subscribe, and you'll be updated with anything else I do. I don't just do Football Manager. Go and check out my channel. I do simulation trucks, I do simulation trains, I do simulation Formula 1. All to come. So please check out my channel, keep supporting and keep watching, and until next time guys, for episode 4 it will be. Over and out from me, Mr. Cuddly. Take care.